Hello, 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 everybody. What's going on? Happy Saturday. Happy New Year. How y'all doing? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika Zen. I am Tamika. Here go Kayla making her noise. She was sleeping all this time, but she gotta wake up, y'all. She gotta wake up. She gotta join the party. You know, you. This is Tamika Zen. I am Tamika, y'all. Get on in here. Get on in here. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Relax, relate, release. It is Self Care Saturday, y'all. Okay, how y'all been? How y'all doing? How was your New Year's? What's going down? Yeah, they hear you. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. Thank you to Marcus. I appreciate it. Happy early birthday. Thank you. Ow. Okay, yes. Shout out to all the Capricorns. Yes, I do have a birthday coming up. Hey, Inga, what's going on? Okay, be quiet. They can't hear you and hear me. Okay, I'm talking right now. Hey, Alicia, thank you for joining. Definitely appreciate it, sis. What is going on? Zaria, thank you as always. Lord, what's going on? EJ, what's going on? Miss Kara Speaks. Thank y'all for coming in the den. So yeah, you guys, today is Self-Care Saturday. If this is your first time finding my channel, welcome, welcome to you. If you're coming back, welcome back. Glad to have you back in the den. Y'all know with Self-Care Saturday, we just get into a little bit of everything, okay? We talk about mental health, spreading awareness on mental health, breaking the stigmas, you know, stopping the silence, and just trying to get more awareness out there. We talk about physical health, we talk about positive affirmations, and just, you know, um, get into all of the things, y'all. So, um, come on, you doing too much. So, y'all, we are going to be basically today, what I really wanted to talk about. Wait, hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. I apologize. But she got to go. She got to go. Give me 1 minute. All right, y'all. We'll see how long she stay quiet. Because as soon as I got up to put her out, then she laid her behind down. She be trying to play games in here. So, you guys, like I was saying before, I was really interrupted. First of all, how's everybody doing? Mental health check-in. It's been a minute since we spoke. It's a whole new year. How's everybody feeling? And first thing that we always want to do, of course, is breathe, honey. Okay, if you have a moment to take a deep breath in, bring it on in, hold it, and then let it out. Okay, then definitely take the time to do that. Okay. It's gonna be one of those days, just one of those days. All right. And so Of course, we are here for self-care. You know, this is the place, okay? This is what must be the place. You are in the right place. It is time for us to be in our happy space, our happy place. Let it go, let it flow. Good vibes only. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And we are officially closed for self-care. So what I really wanted to get into today, you guys, was basically one, a check-in, see how everybody is doing, how we all coming along. Two, I really realized that last year we talked about vision boards. I did a vision board. I probably checked in with y'all for like maybe the first 3 months, and then I never said anything else about it. I feel kind of bad about that. I was like, oh, I'm horrible. Okay, so this year, if you are doing a vision board, or if you are taking notes, if you are doing like little stickies, whatever it is that is your preference. To me, it doesn't matter whether we calling it resolutions, whether we calling it the vision board. The name don't matter. What really matters is, what are your goals? How are you trying to keep them? What do you feel like you need to be able to keep them? And us just all kind of checking in with each other and reminding each other and not forgetting about each other. I'm gonna try to do better with it, and sometimes y'all can remind me too. I actually saw a TikTok of this family that was doing vision boards with their kids, and I thought that that was so awesome. They starting them out really young, and they were saying that they was going to be checking back with them every couple of months to see how they're going along with it so far. And I just thought that was a really great idea. Oh God, y'all, hold on a minute, y'all. I am so sorry, but I can't do it. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. So, that's mainly what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and of course, our positive affirmations. So, this is just something I actually shared this before a while back on my on my Hey Mochi, on my community tab, and also my social media. Control Alt Delete, right? Control yourself after Alt after you're thinking, and delete negativity. That's what it's all about. We want to delete all the negative people. I also want to talk about toxic relationships, toxic family, and letting those things go as well. I actually shout out to my goddaughter. I seen her share something on her Facebook about toxic families couple of weeks back, and I was like, oh, I gotta talk about this with my self-care, because it just hit the nail on the head for me. And so I really thought that that was something that would be cool to discuss a little bit as well. Sorry, y'all. So, um, yeah, that's basically what we getting into today. So as far as the vision boards, I just wanted to like touch on it a little bit. I'm not gonna really go into it deep. If y'all watch Nita the Diva, oh hey Nita, I didn't even know you was in here. Shout out to Nita the Diva. If y'all watched her, or if you didn't get to see it, go watch. She did a great down on vision boards and the colors, what they mean, and all of that, and how to make it. She went really deep into it. She actually helped me start mine up. So I appreciate her. Shout out to her. Um, so I'm not going to go that deep into it. I just wanted to mention a couple of the steps. And this is something else, again, that I shared like last week on my community tab, also on my social medias. Just as far as, the steps to take. So one was like 4 steps, the other one was 8 steps, but I'm just going to say, a couple of them. I'm not going to go into it deep. And then I'm going to give you 6 alternatives that you can have outside of a vision board, if that's not necessarily the way you want to go. We all like to do our things in different ways. Like I said, it doesn't matter the name of it or any of that. It's just basically things that you are going to hold yourself accountable for and that you want to do and how you want to do it. So the first thing is like, what does your best self, look like? What is your vision? Then we go on to step 2, the goals, of course, right? What are the actions that can help you achieve your goals? Number 4 is how you create it, right? Is it gathering the images and doing it that way? We now have, of course, social media and, all these different apps. So you can do it on Pinterest, Canva, different things of that nature, right? It could be virtual. It doesn't necessarily have to be where you gather all the materials. But if you prefer to do it that way, then why not? Again, that part really doesn't matter. So if it's something that you're trying to create, with the materials, then of course you're going to gather the images you want, the quotes you want to use that's going to represent your visions, your goals, and your actions, right? You're going to display your vision, whatever that may be, on your board and visualize it daily and be grateful for what you have and what is coming for, to you or whatever, essentially, right? And so basically the alternatives could be to create a gratitude board. It could be writing in a dream journal. We talked about this before. It's either writing a journal to yourself, writing a letter to yourself. I tend to do those too. I actually keep a notebook. I think I told y'all about this before, at the bottom of my bed, and I grab it whenever a thought comes to me, and I go ahead and jot those things down. Record yourself, right? You can do that as well. Write a letter to yourself. So those are some other options too, where you just basically, and of course we want to say realistic things. We want to say things that we really could stick to. We don't want to say something that we feel like is going to be too hard, too complicated, that we know we probably not going to get to no time soon. Okay. We want to keep it, just things that we really feel like we can accomplish. And so this is just kind of like an example, of course, of a vision board, and you put whatever things you want to put up there. Of course, for me, a lot of it is self-care for myself. That's why I talk about self-care so much with y'all. So it's definitely about taking care of myself, being more blessed, being brave, being true to myself. It's about the good vibes. It's about self-care, self-love, things of that nature. And I will say, y'all, even though the holidays was hard as heck for me, I made it through. Thanks to having some real beautiful people in my life that was able to be there for me. Thanks to you guys, definitely make a big difference. Also being able to talk to my counselor every week made a very big difference throughout the holidays. And now of course I'll probably have a little bit of my birthday blues since my birthday is coming, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be overall. So I definitely have to be appreciative, for that. And I actually did, I'm trying to show y'all some of the pictures if I can. I actually did get to go out, y'all. Okay, I did get to go out. I got like an early birthday Christmas gift from my best friend where let me see. I don't know if I can do it this way. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be able to bring these up. But I actually went and saw, like, with my best friend. She took me as like a early, like I said, birthday and Christmas gift, and we went to the Alvin Ailey uh dance theater to see a show. And it was so beautiful. If you have never been, you need to experience that at least one time in your life. Okay. It was absolutely awesome. Um, So we did that. And then um I don't know if I can pull these up or not, y'all. But anyway, while we waiting for that, I'm gonna show y'all. This is the vision board that I did the day that Nita was doing hers. I was working on it as I was listening to it. It ain't as nice as hers was, okay? And I'm not finished, but these was just some of the things that I added on there. So of course I got, to trust my vision. I got positive vibes only, self-love, self-care. Then I got a little tablet there, and that tablet is representation of me starting to write my things again. Me actually typing up all my poems, finishing, I should say, typing up all my poems so that I could get them published, because that's something I was supposed to be doing from God knows how long ago. And I started it and it's kind of just been on hold. So I literally 3 days ago started back my typing, because I was like, nah, you're going to get these poems published and you're going to get this daggone novel published. You're going to stop bull crapping. So that's one of my goals. The mic and of course the little YouTube symbol is more so about doing some of the other things on my YouTube channel that I want to do, and of course growing it a little bit more. Also got the little social media symbol there because I definitely want to be able to be more active, on there and get some more followers there. Actually, when it comes to my Facebook, especially because I kind of use each one of the social medias in a different way. And the main thing that I really wanted to do on the Facebook one was kind of like, how I shine a light on people sometime. And by the way, our first person that we shine the light on for, the January for the new year is Samara Barney. Shout out to her. Okay. And also, you know, I just want to be able to shine a light on different businesses, entrepreneurs, other content creators, like just all across the board, right? That's what I've always wanted to do on this channel as well as on Facebook, so that if people had different things they was doing, I could kind of just spread awareness about it. And if anybody is in that area or if it's something they have on the line, y'all could be able to support them. That's really what I want that particular page to be for. Now, when it comes to Instagram and TikTok, I'll share like trailers. I'll share my self care stuff. I'll share stuff about movies and of course, whenever I'm gonna be coming up here to do a live or I got a video out, I'll share that up here because we know sometimes YouTube be playing with the notifications. But that's pretty much what that's more so for. So I want to do more of that definitely. And what else do I have up here? Okay, I got my little shopping bags. I want to be able to do a little bit more shopping. I have definitely fell off with shopping. I don't shop nowhere near the way I used to. And I'm trying to think traveling. I definitely want to be able to travel more. That's definitely on the list. Um Yeah, so I don't really have too many things. And then I also have my studio. I wanted to start making the extra room that I have into a studio from a long time ago. And I actually kept preventing myself from going to the other things that I wanted to do on the channel because I kept being like, oh, well, let me wait till I get my studio. And I had to stop saying that because I'm like, if you keep waiting on that, you're going to be waiting forever. So just start where you are starting and everything else is going to fall into place. And then when you have the studio, then you just have the studio and you do whatever you're doing from there. So that's all I really pretty much have up there for now. Um, but definitely, you guys, like I said, go check out Nita the Divas video. Go check out Miss Kira the Speaks video. I think they went into a little bit more depth when it comes to the vision boards and breaking it down and what the different colors mean and how to do the setup. So if you haven't seen those, definitely go see those so y'all could get more into it if that is something that you like and you're interested in. So before we get into the toxic families of it all, I just wanted to show y'all these. Like I said, I finally got my behind up out the house for a minute. I actually went and saw um the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater. It was so beautiful, y'all. I cried. I cried. I laughed. It was a mixture. I didn't just only cry. It was a mixture of different feelings. They did such a great job with this show and with their storytelling. I'm trying to get this thing right, y'all. 1 minute. One of these. So they did a great job with just how they broke everything down. And so it was all different types of music, from pop to hip hop to R&B to opera, like you name it. It was all different type of singing, all different type of dancing. I just thought that they did a really great job, right? And so that was my little night out on the town for that. Okay. And then me and Moochie, shout out to Moochie, we got to meet up and we got to go see the Color Purple premiere. And that was cool. I really did well, this was me and my friends at the Avon Alley too when we was outside. So and I actually did that 2 weeks back to back. So for me, that's a lot because I don't normally leave my house. I don't go out a lot at all. So I said, y'all got me out 2 weekends in a row. Y'all will not probably see me again till the springtime. Okay. And when I was coming in the house a little while ago, it looked like we about to get some snow. So I don't go outside with no snow. So it was a good thing that I got out there when I did. And of course, that's me and Moochie hanging out. That was super, super, super fun. I had a good time with that. So I was proud of myself. I said, oh, I got out 2 weekends in a row. Go me. So that was my self-care. So now we are going to move on to, of course, this is another example, Vision 2024, like I said, with the little stickies. Either you could do stickies or you could do um the letters, whichever way is easier for you. It don't have to be the conventional vision board thing, right? So we could just put up a whole bunch of different stickies and have on the stickies what you want to do. You want to go on vacation, you want to learn a new skill, you want to invest in yourself, you want to try a new hobby, whatever your goals are, you just basically put those there and, just hold yourself accountable to doing them one by one, whichever way you feel like you want to do them. That's the bottom line. So before we move on to talking about these toxic family behaviors, let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Yes, Miss Kira, definitely a year of action. We gotta be, getting it on and popping out here. Getting it on and popping, y'all, one day at a time. Hey, Candy Love. Yeah, I always share everything that I talk about up here. I genuinely share them in the community tab, share them on social media. That way, if anybody wants to, screenshot it, save it, print it out, you can. If you want me to send you something, you can always tell me, DM me and tell me, and I'll send it to you. Oh, she said. She said, I'm a minimalist. I can't do journals. Another thing to be laying around the house. I understand that. I get that. I'm just still, I guess, old school. Mind you, I got a journal that's like so old and raggedy and beat up that I've been writing in for years. So it's not like I even got like a whole bunch of them. I have a tendency to hold on to things. So another thing I've been doing this year, I have been getting rid of some stuff because I will hold on to things. But then if it's messed up or it's old, I ain't holding nothing on to nothing that's broke up. That got to go. I'll throw that out in a minute. So that's pretty much what I really was doing like these last 2 weeks as well, throwing out a lot of stuff that it was like, yeah, now it's time to let this go. Let it go, let it flow. Okay. No, Kendall, I ain't meet nobody. I ain't meet not a damn person. Okay. Well, that's not true because when I went out with Moochie, I got to meet her friends and some people she knew that she grew up with. So that was nice. But I ain't meet nobody for me, if that's what you mean. But I wasn't looking either. If it happens, it happens. Okay. So that was that with that. But yeah, you guys, I wanted to touch a little bit on toxic families. Like I said, when I seen this on my goddaughter's Facebook, I was like, oh, this is talking to me. This is definitely something that I want to discuss. Ooh, that's nice. Miss Kira, you said I saw a vision board bingo. I want to try that next year. Okay, that sounds interesting. Definitely sounds interesting. So, you guys, I wanted to talk about toxic family behaviors and how they are normalized by society, right? How we have to differentiate between toxic behaviors and toxic people, and how, it could be difficult, and toxic behaviors require boundaries, all right? We all need to be putting our boundaries up and communication to work through with people that you love. The emphasis on behaviors is a reminder that people could change, but they got to want to change, right? We can't just think that we're going to change somebody. So that kind of goes hand in hand. It works both ways. And, anybody could tell you, like, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. But then most times they don't do it and they still be continuing with the same behavior, even though they may apologize. Some people is not even going to bother apologizing because they don't feel like they did nothing wrong. And you can go on and on and on when it comes to that. And so, things that can be mentally or emotionally harmful to you and your well-being is not to be normalized, and it's definitely not okay, and it shouldn't be accepted, period. Okay, just because you know what I mean, somebody that I care about, I feel like if you care about me, then you care about how you make me feel, or if I'm telling you that you did something or whatever, then you're going to try to correct that. Maybe you're like, oh, I didn't know that you was feeling that way, or I didn't know I was coming across that way, and you apologize. That would be the easy way with it, right? But most times, things that I have heard through the years is, oh, don't feel that way, or you shouldn't feel that way, or don't say that, or I don't do that, instead of the person actually taking accountability and trying to change it, right? And then, there's this thought that you should never disagree or question family members. Like if you're disagreeing with them or you have a different experience, you have a different opinion, then, you're being disrespectful. And it's like, no, I can tell you stuff in a respectful way, but I expect that same respect back in return, right? And, a lot of times it's like disagreeing is not a sign of respect. It's just you telling how you feel. I feel like it's worse when you dismiss the person's feelings or thoughts, like I was just saying. And that's more of a disrespect to me than me telling you about how I'm feeling. But, especially when it comes to those relationship type of situations, that always gets, kind of messy and mixed up when it comes to that. And then it's like, that you should never disagree or question family members. Like, yeah, no, you definitely can. Okay, you should disagree and question anybody that you feel like is mistreating you, regardless of who it is. And so, you know, they always say that you should treat people. Well, I say a lot of times, treat people the way they treat me. Because before I used to always say I'm going to treat people the way I want to be treated. But a lot of times you don't get that way. That's just the reality of it all, right? And so that's definitely one um, that we have up there. And then, just that you should treat um harmful people, you should tolerate harmful people because they're related to you. Mental and emotional harm and abuse should not be okay, no matter who it is not. You shouldn't have to tolerate someone because of them being your family means that they can cause you harm. They need to take accountability. Your feelings are valid. You do what's best for you, period, for your mental and emotional energy. And lacking boundaries or having free passes to cross boundaries. Boundaries are, there for a daggone reason, and so that people don't have misconceptions. And there's no exceptions, not even for family. If I have my boundary and something that I'm telling you, that's where I cross the line at, then you should be respecting that, point blank, period. So we need more of that energy going into 2024, y'all. Okay, we're not taking these old things with us as far as carrying on other people nonsense. Okay. And then that you should tolerate harmful people because they're related to you. No, you shouldn't tolerate harmful people, whether they're related to you, whether, it's a friendship, it's a relationship. I don't give a daggone which way it is. You don't have to tolerate anything, period. Okay? And so, I'm sorry, y'all. One of my things is missing. But anyway, we gonna still make it work. So, that your family always knows what's best for you and different things of that nature, and like you're not supposed to be able to say anything about anything. Like, no, you definitely can. Okay, speak your piece, but speak now or forever hold your peace, as they say, right? And so, excuse me, you know yourself better than anybody else does. Like, there's certain things, of course, that we can empathize with each other with, and we could be like, oh, I could only imagine how that feel. Or maybe you went through it, so you could say, well, I went through this and this is the way I helped, I handled it, this is what helped me, and things of that nature. But nobody can tell you more about you than you. Even if they want to sit here and be like, oh, I known you your whole life and I watched you grow up and different things of that nature, that doesn't mean that you all the time know what's best for me or what can work for me. What worked for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So, we got to take that into account. Hey, Brillo, what's going on? Creator of the week. Okay, y'all. I appreciate you, Brillo. So, um, but they still don't know like how you feeling, right? Like I said, you can't see pain, you can't see somebody's depression and different things of that nature. So at the end of the day, they can't tell you, how you feeling. Bottom line. Then we have not addressing family issues, conflict, pretending like everything is okay. That irks my soul and spirit, y'all. I can't stand that, okay? So there's absolutely a time and a place to address anything and family conflict, but showing it under, shoving it under the rug and just acting like it doesn't exist is definitely not one of the ways to handle it. We definitely don't want to be doing that, right? More times than not, that's going to just lead to you having even more issues because you never addressed the issues that you already had. And then it's going to be a buildup. So we might as well just go ahead and hash it out, get to it, and be able to talk about it and move past it that way. All right. And that creates an environment that feels inauthentic, it feels unsafe, and we don't want that. I definitely don't want to be around nobody that I don't feel like I can be, who I need to be and say what I need to say to them. If I can't do that, then why are we even talking? And so we definitely want to be teaching kids this at a younger age as well, because a lot of us end up learning it much older. Okay, and it ain't necessarily a good thing because we kind of been taught like, oh, you're not supposed to say this to this one, or you're not supposed to answer that one, and all of that. And it's like, no, okay, that's a big no for me. Kendall says we put it on the table off the rip in my family. That's a good thing, honey, because a lot of families don't. Trust me when I tell you, a lot of families just want to be like, oh no, it's okay, it's all right. Nothing to see here. Definitely is a whole mess. Oh, you said it's snowing now? Yeah, they had some little flurries coming down when I was coming in and they was putting the salt down. I was like, no, I'm not ready. I don't want no damn snow. I do not want no freaking snow. So yeah, this is definitely a big issue, you guys, if we are not, just basically addressing everything as it comes to us and dealing with it. You never get nowhere by pretending that everything is all right, in my opinion. Sooner or later it's just gonna bubble up and it's gonna explode and it's gonna come into an even bigger thing than if you would have just addressed it to begin with. So I never really get the point of that. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to I know that's right, Kendall. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you gotta yell a little bit. Listen, long as we don't get to that Ronnie stage, okay, where you gotta be throwing hands and we about to take out people. A little yelling and screaming ain't never hurt nobody, okay? Sometimes that's just what we gotta do. But if you want to knock if you buck, now let me stop. Then it is what it is. Hey Torian, what's going on? Happy Saturday to you. Hope you having a good Saturday. So, yeah, yeah. So I just had a few positive affirmations or whatever the case may be. And so we are gonna start out with the three C's, right? Three C's. Choice, chance, change. So you must make the choice, take the chance if you want anything in life to change. Make the choice, take the chance if you want anything in life to change. I like that. I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. Definitely, I'm feeling that one. This one I shared last week for the new year. It says the new year means nothing if you're still in love with your comfort zone. So that means again that we gotta sometimes make some changes. Sometimes we get stuck, we get in that comfort zone. We don't be wanting to move on to other things. New things can be scary and we don't like change. That's one of the things that we be like, no, do I have to? I liked it the way it was. Now, if it's a good thing and it's working for you, you know how they say if it's not, broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, if it's some other things that you know can be improvements to you, whether it's with your personal life, your professional life, whichever way that it is, then that may be something that you may want to consider and say, okay, that was good for that time, but now in this time I gotta switch it up and do it a little different, right? And so there's nothing wrong with that either. You just gotta kind of pick again what works for you. The same thing is not going to work for each one of us. It's all about what's going to benefit you, work for you, elevate you. That's the things that you're going to want to look at. Okay. And another one, I believe I had shared this one too, is never allow waiting to become a habit. Live your dreams and take risks. Life is happening now. Never allow waiting to become a habit. Live your dreams, take your risks. Life is happening now. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, Kendall. She said, true, because you can't evolve without change. Absolutely. And Tina, hey Tina, she says, I agree. We have to come out the comfort zone. Yeah. Nita, the journey is ever evolving. Absolutely. Definitely is. So then I have another one here. I think I shared this one too. It says, I release all things from the past that has caused any negative attachment. I prepare and welcome new changes, new lessons, new adventures. I welcome new opportunities to grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I like this one a lot as well. I release all things from the past year, baby. Do I need to release some things from 2023? I need to ball that sucker up and okay, out of here. So I release all things from the past year that has caused my any negative attachment. I prepare and welcome new changes, new lessons, new adventures. I welcome new opportunities to grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I really, really, really like that one. I think I might have to put that up on my wall. Definitely. And then I don't think I have too many of these left. I didn't really have a lot today, but I just mostly want to come in and check in with y'all. So this one is don't look back. You're not going that way. Don't look back. You're not going that way. Don't look back, y'all. Okay, you are not going that way. Run that back again. Don't look back. You are not going that way. Yes, Nita. Release, 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 honey. Okay. Um, Another one I have up here is I give up freely what is no longer serving me. I release it to create space for what inspires me. I give up freely what is no longer serving me. I release it to create space for what inspires me. I like that one. I definitely like that one. Might have to put that up on my wall too. I think I have one left here, guys, if I'm not mistaken. I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. So whenever you feeling like you discouraged and you feeling like out and listen, y'all, I have a bad habit of it. It's just a part of my personality. It's who I am. And I accept it. I know that about myself. Like I'll plan things for myself. And nobody is harder on me than me when I don't achieve whatever my goal or my plan was. Like sometimes that will send me into a depression, just that in itself, because I'll get so frustrated that, it didn't go that I wanted it to go. So even the other day, me and my cousin was having a conversation. I said, wow, I can actually see the work starting to pay off. I see some changes happening. That's why I tell y'all, even sometimes you're not going to feel it right away. You're not going to notice it right away. You'll be like, oh, this ain't doing nothing for me, and you'll stop doing it. But one day, depending on the situation you in and how you deal with that situation, you'll actually be like, oh wow, I guess this stuff is working. Something happening here, because my attitude this year as far as getting certain things in order, I did the most that I could do. I think I probably accomplished, like, maybe I would say 85 to 90% of what I wanted to accomplish, but then I still was mad about, that other 10 or 15% or whatever. But my attitude this year for the first time was, oh, well, I ain't finish it. I ain't finish it. I couldn't do what I couldn't do. I did the best that I could. I still did get a lot accomplished. I'm happy for the things that I was able to get accomplished. And I'm going to have to go ahead and do the rest of those in 2024. I didn't want to, but that's what it looked like it's gonna be. So that was actually like a aha moment for me, where I was like, oh shoot, okay. Because baby, I used to be going through it for some years with that. So I was like, okay, something is changing here. Okay. So, yeah, I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. Period. Okay. Nita said that's the biggest thing that hinders me. Yeah, a lot of us go through that. Me and my cousin was having a conversation. She's like, girl, that's the same thing I felt this year. That was the mood I was in. Miss Kara Speaks says it's easy to get discouraged, but the baby steps work. Absolutely, yeah. That's why I always tell y'all, even if you don't feel like there's a change, most times it's not going to be something that you could do a couple of days, a week, or even a couple of months, and then automatically be like, oh, okay, yeah, everything's fixed now. When it's all changed and it's working. No, it doesn't work like that. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. But the more that you keep going, you will see over time, whether it's the positive affirmations, whether it's the journal, whether it's, you talking to a counselor, whatever works for you. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Your breathing exercises and little different things that you probably feel like don't make a difference in the world. Believe me when I tell you, it does. You will start to see a change in you. Kendall says, I had to learn patience and just let things manifest to me. Yes, it's hard. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Definitely agree. Definitely agree. So, that's all we could do. All we could do is what we can do, and we got to let go, let it flow, let the rest come together how it needs to come together. Can't do no more than that. and just focus on, your mind, body, and soul. Okay, your spirit. Okay, get into all of the things that is important to you. Definitely always focus on yourself and put into yourself before you even worry about, the toxic relationships with somebody else and what somebody else is doing and where somebody else is going. It always starts with us. So that's why you notice, I got rudely interrupted by Kayla, and that kind of distracted me and threw me off. But what I was mainly focusing on when we first started was, how are you doing? How did you make it through the holidays? Make sure you take a moment to breathe before we even go anywhere else. If you're not okay, then you can't help nobody else, period, whether they like it or not. And sometimes that's the hardest thing for people to realize and accept, but that's something that they got to deal with. That's your problem. I mean, their problem, not yours, right? And so it always starts with us first. And then if we can, help a little here and help a little there, then that's fine. That's great. And sometimes that makes you feel even better by helping people as well. But it always got to start with us. Okay. Self-care isn't selfish at all. It's mandatory, is needed, is a must be, nothing to discuss about that. And it took me a long time to realize that. Yes, Nita, you got to put the mask on your face first. Yep. You just have to. Okay. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to, talk with you guys about today. I think that we talked about everything that I had here. I'm trying to see and make sure. So the things that we have to take away from today is, one, take care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish. Of course, we always have to remember to breathe, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, whatever time that you can get away, and go ahead and take that breath in for yourself, child. Definitely do that. If you can meditate, I know some people say that it's hard for them to meditate. I feel like the more you practice, the more you can do it. I always hear people say they can't quiet their mind, they're too restless. I have one of those minds that, trust me, it never stops. It's thinking about 50 things at one time. And if I can take a couple of minutes to do it, I'm telling you, I believe in you. You can take a couple minutes and do it too. My mind is as busy as they come, but I have gotten better with being able to, even if it's just a couple of minutes out the day, being able to stop and do that. Because, some of these days you do be getting ready to just be like, okay, and be ready to fight. Listen. So definitely take a moment for yourself. And definitely when it comes to the vision boards, I'm going to be making sure that I check back with y'all every couple of months. I'll be checking in with myself, and I'm going to be checking in with y'all to see how we coming along. Are you doing them? Did you decide to go with the letter? Did you decide to go with the journal? Whatever you decided to go with, did you record it? Do you just have it up here in your head? Whatever way works for you. What is your goals? What are you trying to do? What would you need? What can I help you with for you to be able to accomplish? Because we all in this together, y'all. Okay. So you ain't got to do it by yourself. All right. So yeah, y'all, I think that's what we got here. We almost at the hour mark. I'm gonna be back like around 5:15 to do what you should be watching. Some of the January movies and TV shows that's coming out to the streaming services. Please like the video, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are not already subscribed. Okay. If y'all not following me on social media, I'm on all of the social medias, and I share self-care things up there all the time, even when I'm not, here, because I only get to really do the self-care once a month. So typically I would definitely share stuff there weekly, just in case if you want it. Even if you want me to send you anything, let me know. I'll send it to you. That's not a problem. And yeah. that's basically what we got today. And anybody that comes on the replay, let me know, replay gang, you came by. Okay, let me know how your New Year's was. Let me know if you working on a vision board or anything you do to help yourself feel better. Maybe I can share with some of the other people as far as self-care goes. And any positive affirmations that you say to yourself, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. I thank everybody for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Miss Kira Speaks, Kendall, Nita the Diva, Moochie, Inga, EJ, Daria, Tina. I seen Detroit Cleans come through. Brillo came through. Torian came through. Monique 69 Ways. I appreciate all y'all. DeMarcus hit me with a little super chat for my birthday. Definitely appreciate that. Okay. I'm gonna be partying all week, y'all. Okay, all week long. All right. I think I'm gonna do all my shows as lives this week. Is just gonna be easier for me, and I am gonna have 2 trivia nights. It's gonna be one during the week and one on Saturday. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to do the live on my actual birthday or the day after. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to work that out. And we going to have some fun, y'all. We going to have some fun. Candy Love, what's going on, girl? Candy Girl, Candy Love. That'll be stuck in my head every time I see her name come up. But anyway, y'all, see y'all at 5:15 if y'all could join. If not, of course, catch the replay for that as well. If y'all didn't get to see my Purple Rain, check that out. If y'all didn't get to see Warriors, check that out. If y'all didn't get to see my top shows and movies of 2023, check that out. I definitely appreciate y'all coming through. And yeah, I think that's it for now, y'all. Till I see y'all later. Toodaloo.